Big part of what we do is going into mature neighborhoods that are maybe 50, 60, 70 years old. As part of the neighborhood renewal program initiative, partnered with the city of Edmonton and other prime contractors and general contractors. And our goal is to revitalize that entire neighborhood. And our particular scope is to do the soil, sod, planting of trees and shrubs, and restoring that landscaping to what it was or better. And a big part of that is community engagement. Multiple homeowners in some of these neighborhoods, upwards of 500 different homes and homeowners that we touch a part of their property, whether it be the boulevard in front of their home or the 5-6 feet behind their city sidewalk. We want to make sure we're engaging with the homeowners, explaining to them exactly what we're doing for them, giving them a realistic timeline, and then again, execution. Meeting that timeline or surpassing that timeline. And we've made a lot of friends in these neighborhoods that we still work for today. So we're there working for the municipality, but we end up making these connections with the city homeowners or the neighborhood or the community members where there are long-lasting friendships and relationships and partnerships that sometimes lead to more work or sometimes lead to a little bit of community engagement where we're able to give back wherever we can, but also sustain those friendships and relationships. And we find out years later, we get a call and say, hey, Mike, your team was through here, in 2013 for a neighborhood renewal, and you guys did such a wonderful job. We're looking for someone to come and do you do residential work? And we're really passionate about that. Going back into an older neighborhood, some of those homeowners in that neighborhood maybe built that home 50, 60 years ago, and they're still there today. So they're incredibly proud of their neighborhood, their community. And then when we come in as like-minded individuals, community people, giving back to the community, we create some common ground with the homeowners in those neighborhoods. But the relationship with the city of Edmonton and the prime contractors around the long-term neighborhood renewal program or revitalization is a big part of what we do.
Quality's big part of those neighborhoods because there's residents living there while we're building. So obviously we're building walks, we're building streets, but the landscaping is the big part. And quality's been top shelf. The other part that's really important is schedule, because we have milestones we have to meet with the city, and Cap City's always been there for us. So we've teamed up on numerous projects, and then exciting news, we teamed up on a project this spring that's another 3 years. So north side of Edmonton, we've got another 3 years together between SG and Cap City, so it's pretty cool.
November 2008 was the year we established the business. The main reason for me establishing the business was to try and be closer to home on a regular basis. And I really enjoyed the landscaping field. I worked in the oil field before that. And one of my favorite parts about restoring some of these old well sites or digging out the contaminated soil from all of these old service stations was beautifying the project after with landscaping. Putting the soil and sod back, seed, planting the shrubs, the trees, the sod, definitely where my passion started. When I was able to bring that to Edmonton, the goal immediately was just find work where you can provide for your family and do something you love. Staying in that field was maintenance, servicing the maintenance issues that people needed in the city of Edmonton. So first and foremost, snow and ice. That was a big part of us getting rolling in Cap City landscaping. November, December, January, February, March, removing the snow and ice on city walkways, parking lots, private sidewalks, and driveways, ensuring a safe walking space for residents, business owners, commercially and industrial speaking as well. We were able to do that and then roll those relationships we built into spring, which led to spring cleanups and summer. And that leads us into fall. Fall cleanups that very same year, we're able to put the lawn to bed now. Pick all the litter, remove all the leaves that have fallen from the ground, cut it really, really short so it's clean and tidy for the spring. And then again, get back to that serviceability. We are able to work around the clock, 24/7, 7 days a week, night shift, day shift, afternoon shift, where we have people that are there to clear that walkway for you, make it safe for you, the homeowner, and then those business owners. They want their people to come to and from their business safely. Parking lots, and we're able to make sure that that parking lot is safe and accessible for customers and homeowners alike. So we're able to show up, and we'd mow, we'd trim weekly, then we would provide a fertilization or weed control monthly. After a long, dreadful winter where that lawn has been suppressed with snow and ice, number of services that we offer. Firstly, power raking that lawn. So that lawn's been matted and there's all kinds of microorganisms living inside, snow mold, built up thatch. Manually rake it afterwards and bag that for our customers. And then we go with our first mow of the year, helping pick up any leftover thatch and mowing the lawn on a lower setting to help give it the best chance to bloom. And then we have our deep core aeration. So they're punching holes into the lawn over an inch deep, where that's going to promote oxygen and nutrients and water and fertilizer to get deep down into the root system of the lawn, promote a healthy lawn. A fertilization, and then again, get back to that serviceability. We are able to work around the clock, night shift, day shift, afternoon shift, where we have people that are there to clear that walkway for you, make it safe for you, the homeowner. Parking lots, so that you're not walking on, compounded ice or snow that compounds into ice and making things unsafe. So we clear that parking lot right down to asphalt for you. And then in the event that there's freezing rain, we're there to put down ice melt. We're there to put down something for traction. And we're able to make sure that that parking lot is safe and accessible for customers and homeowners alike.
It's Gene Principe from Sportsnet. If you watch the Oilers, I'm the guy on TV talking to Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl. But when I'm not doing that and wearing a suit, you'll just find me on the north side like any other Edmontonian who loves living in this city. The Daniela family are, I would say, north side royalty. The way they are, the way they've treated people, and you can see that the way his parents were has been passed on to Mike. When I was growing up, Mike and I, bit of an age difference, so I didn't know him that well, but once I met him, how can you not like him? And whether it was through the Italian community, Mike and his family have done so much for Calcetto, for Calcio, and Viva Italia, which is a wonderful Italian festival, giving back when he doesn't necessarily have to. And along the way, despite the fact that I've known Mike for such a long time, he never ever once based our friendship off of business. The fact that I wasn't getting my grass done by him when I should have been, it never impacted the way he treated me or treated my family. And I see Cap City representation all across the city of Edmonton, and I particularly love to see it when it involves seniors, because we got to remember who helped build this wonderful city, the city of champions, and to see Mike and Cap City help, whether it's grass or maybe even more importantly, snow removal. It does such a great service for seniors who then get a chance to stay in their own homes. I'm not surprised by any of this. Mike has been such a successful businessman with what he's done with Cap City, but honestly, he wakes up, I think, trying to make everybody's day better, and he does that. And someone might say, what, by making your grass look good? Yeah, you look good, you feel good. And that's what Cap City does for our homes, right? It's often where we spend most of our time and certainly most of our money. And to call Mike a friend, it's very important to me. It's very important to my family. And so I couldn't be happier with the success that Mike and Cap City have had and continue to have. Auguri, congratulations on your 15 years. Ciao, bello. Well done.
Cap City way really is putting our best foot forward each and every single day. It's many things, but it comes down to taking pride in what we do. Each and every one of our staff members that work here at Cap City Landscaping brings some things that are unique and special, some non-negotiable things: workmanship, pride in what we do. These things are non-negotiable. And the fact that our staff are so incredibly dedicated to being the best in the industry keeps that motivation spiraling through the entire group, building a culture that enhances the motivation, enhances the commitment, enhances the dedication. All the things that in some cases can't be taught transcends through the whole group. at every scope of work we provide for all of our clients, homeowners, residents, partnerships with prime contractors, general contractors, and subcontractors of ours. Setting a good example and being a good teammate. And when you're a good teammate in the team you work with, it's really easy to be a good teammate in a big conglomerate of different corporations working for a municipality to get a project done on time and on budget.
My name's Tim Dawson, and I'd like to tell you kind of my story with Cap City and kind of my experience with them and their team when they came out to redo our landscaping on our lawn at our house. As much as I tried, we couldn't get the lawn as green as I'd like and for it to grow back. So we reached out to Mike. So he came out, him and his team came out, and they ripped out essentially the full lawn. So they put in brand new lawn, kind of that cement curbing throughout, kind of landscaping, rocks, trees kind of up the walkway or shrubs up the walkway on the sides of the house. They essentially, like if you look at pictures from what it looked like before and what it looks like now, it's a totally different house. Now we have curb appeal. At the beginning it didn't have a lot. We live in kind of a smaller yellow bungalow. It's got a big footprint, not a lot from the outside. So we really wanted to make the outside pop, I guess you would say. And then so we reached out to Mike just to see if what options might be just to get a bit of curb appeal, because again, the house is gorgeous, but it was definitely not the nicest on the block from the outside. Essentially, they came as like bright and early in the morning when they said they were going to, and they were here till the end of the day until for whatever number of days. I think it was like 3 or 4 days to do the whole thing, which seems crazy based on how much they did. We were extremely happy with what they did and very professional.
Building something that's worthwhile takes effort, takes time, takes commitment, and sometimes that time and effort and commitment can take you away from what's most important, really, which is family. I've been blessed with, my lovely wife, Sylvia, my 2 wonderful girls, Olivia and Alessia, who have been so patient with me and so forgiving and so supportive, really, of the time that I've had to spend away from my family to build what we have today. And without them, this 15-year would not be accomplished, really. They gave me the green light to say, go do what you have to do in order to be the best we can be at work. And Sylvia's held down the fort at home and raised some really good children for us, and obviously combined with helping me behind the scenes with some HR and payroll and finance things. So yeah, I've been really blessed with the family that I've been surrounded by, and they've enabled me to do a really good job at my job and make my focus while I'm away from home strictly about the work, the environment, the culture, our staff, building a corporation we can all be proud of. I don't have to worry about what's happening at home. It's cared for, and it's done really, really well. And that gives me the energy and the focus that's required to not only build a business, sustain it, and manage the growth, right? The other aspect of the family is extended family and clients have trusted Cap City with looking after their home, looking after their business. And in that, you build this relationship where you start off as client and company coming together to provide a service. And then 9, 10, 11 years later, here we are today with some people who have a true friendship. Without the support of the family, a lot of what we've accomplished so far in this 15 years really wouldn't be possible.
My name is Dave Bentley. I'm the VP of Risk and Business Development for the Java Holdings Group based out of Nisku here. We're a family-owned, family-run utility construction EPCM outfit, and we've got the good fortune of having about 1,200 people working in 7 countries, building power line, building substations, site servicing, street lighting, a bunch of other ancillary type pieces of work, and we're happy to be proud Albertans here. Yeah, I met Mike likely about 15 years ago when I was helping his Uncle Vito, and Mike reached out and said, "Hey Dave, you helped my uncle, can you help me do some financial pre-qualification work for some City of Edmonton projects?" And I said, "Well, absolutely." And you know, that was the start of a friendship that's gone about 15 years. The body of work that Cap City does and executes on it's you know, community refurbishment of roads and landscaping, and so he's literally blood, sweat, and tears in neighborhoods around Edmonton. Estimating, execution, getting the project done. You know, Mike's he operates at a very high level. He's got very competent people in his group. He's got good machinery. He's got a good base to work out of in Sherwood Park at his shop and his office. He's got good people on the paper side of the project, and it's nice to see a family-run business like Mike and Sylvia's business that, you know, hire local people, they buy local product, and they put it literally into communities in Edmonton here. And so they do a good job. I know that you know, that the clients that they work with are top drawer clients. I know that Cap City does not get called back for warranty work. They put a good product on the table every time they go out and they execute for their clients. And you can see examples of that as you drive throughout all of Edmonton, because they've been around for 15 years and they've done projects all over the city.
When I can walk into work and feel like I'm surrounded by family and surrounded by good people, doesn't truly feel like a work day. It's incredibly important for not only myself, I know it's important for every staff member with Cap City. It means a lot to them as well. They love the fact that they can come to work, rely on their coworker to work in a friendly environment. And that's not always the case in our industry or any construction industry, but when you're able to truly feel like you have that family atmosphere at work, that's something that's very special. And we have that.
My favorite part of Cap City Landscaping is the opportunity to grow inside the company, and not even inside, but the outside too. As a person, family member, athlete, that's one of the biggest things I can tell about Cap City.
My favorite part about being at Cap City is the positive work environment and the company culture, where I consistently feel valued and supported and heard.
When I started with Cap City, I felt welcomed to the neighborhood, and I felt like I could be part of a team. One thing I noticed about this place is that they treat you like family.
I love being part of Cap City because it helps me be a better person. Just through relationships, learning things on the fly, obstacles that get in your way, and how to react from them. Basically, that happens in life as well, and you just want to build and grow from that, always.
I joined because I wanted to have more of an impact. Mike truly cares about the people that are here. He wants us to be happy and feel fulfilled. We all pull on the same rope, and that's a really good feeling to have in a company.
People, like it's a very team-oriented company, which is something I really love. You never kind of feel like you're on your own. Everyone's so friendly, willing to help out.
We were able to build that, and we're able to maintain it as well. And I want to say it starts with onboarding our staff. We bring them in and we give them every opportunity to succeed. Firstly, making them feel at home, a lot like you would greet a guest in your home. Get them in, make them feel comfortable, let them get acclimated, help them navigate through some of the new things that we do at Cap City, maybe different from their previous workplace. Get them introduced to the wonderful staff that we have and acclimated to this new group of people that are going to be there for you inside of work and outside of work. And we're able to build that from the orientation what I'm most proud of is that when I have that meeting with a new employee or have that interview that leads to full-time employment, and my staff are able to represent and execute everything that I've laid out from an initial interview. They feel like everything we were able to describe to them in the orientation is in fact what's happening out in the field or in the office or wherever you end up working here with Cap City Landscaping. So that transcends through the whole group, and it's really something that we admire here at Cap City.
So I'm Nicole Sane, and I run Alberta Asphalt and Group of Companies, and my role is the VP here at the companies. So Mike, actually, we grew up in the same neighborhood and we went to the same high school. And, you know, Mike and I go back to sharing kind of acquaintances and friendships, and back in high school, we were acquaintances, but then we reconnected through the industry and just kind of connecting with some personal stuff and realizing he's gone on his own and done a company and we can maybe help each other a little bit. I think, you know, the first thing to say is you feel like you're dealing with someone you can trust. I think that goes a long ways when you're talking about things that you just need to get done. It may not be my priority on the big scope of what I do, but I just need someone to handle it. So first, you meet with Mike, and he's a friendly face, and you can tell he's authentic, and he's involved and invested. He's not a distant owner. He's right there in the forefront of everything that's going on, and I think he just knows what he's talking about. So you get confidence from the very beginning that he's going to be there from the start to the finish, and it's going to get done for you.
We're incredibly proud to be a part of the initiative that the North Edmonton Senior Association provides for seniors in the city of Edmonton. They get the seniors pointed in the right direction so they can be looked after by a quality contractor. So all of us contractors that work with and partner with the North Edmonton Senior Association are pre-qualified. So they know that they're going to be looked after, they're going to care for the seniors in Edmonton and around Edmonton in the best way possible. So incredibly proud that we're involved in that, and we've been asked to continue to be involved in that for 4 years now. So it's a big deal for us when you get to meet some of the senior citizens that are incredibly anxious and nervous about things they cannot control any longer. For instance, the mowing and the trimming of the lawn, getting that snow and ice off of their property in a timely fashion. You know, they have this mental burden of being reprimanded for not being able to clear the snow and ice within the 48 hours of the City of Edmonton bylaw, and sometimes call us being overwhelmed, anxious, incredibly nervous, fearful, and we're able to just go in and do what we do best and provide a service that we're used to doing it to the best of our ability, adhering to that standard of excellence that Cap City's known for over the years. The unique part about it is that they're so incredibly thankful for our services. They truly appreciate everything we're able to do for them because they're no longer able to do it. And although it may seem to our crew like it's just a routine thing, when you get that feedback from an elderly homeowner who takes the time to give me a call and thank me so much, and you can sense that their anxiety and nervousness has subsided and that they're comfortable with our team and that they're really happy with the service that we're able to provide, and they look forward to those visits even in some cases, because that's their only interaction sometimes with people, especially during those nasty years of COVID, where that's the only people they saw. So a connection, a wave, a wink, for us to be able to step in with our team and complete something for them and give back to those that are in need. And the best part is sometimes we're able to, just having us as a contractor for them helps them stay in that home a lot longer than otherwise. Us just doing what we do and doing it really well and maintaining that workmanship and that quality service that they've come used to is important, and we're glad we're able to do it. What we're most proud of here at Cap City is the partnerships we've made, true partnerships. with some major prime contractors, general contractors, suppliers, even landscapers, like-minded landscapers in our industry, where we've teamed up together and completed some major projects for the municipalities in and around the city of Edmonton. These are multi-million-dollar projects, and they take an immense amount of commitment and unity and teamwork.
So I'm Nicole Sane, and I run Alberta Asphalt and Group of Companies. I think, the first thing to say is you feel like you're dealing with someone you can trust. You meet with Mike and he's a friendly face and you can tell he's authentic. And he's involved and invested. He's not a distant owner. He's right there in the forefront of everything that's going on. And I think he just knows what he's talking about. So you get confidence from the very beginning that he's going to be there from the start to the finish, and it's going to get done for you.
We pride ourselves on being good team members that brings this project to its completion on time and on budget.
My name's Curtis Martin. I've been with Standard General for over 20 years. One of my first projects I managed as a PM, and this was back to '09, and I think it was Cap City's second season. We had a one-year tender, City of Edmonton, north side of Edmonton, and we finished that project together. A couple of wide-eyed kids with bushy tails, but it was great. It was a good project for both of us. Quality, schedule, and performance are really key to us, and that's why we have partnered and will continue to partner with Cap City. It's been 15 years and looking forward to the next 15.
We are immensely proud of here at Cap City Landscaping is we have something that's really rare in the industry, and that's a 100% completion rating on our projects. On time and on budget, 100% of the time. There's not been one time where we have missed a completion date where any of our partners or team members, like prime contractors and general contractors, were fined for being late or not eligible for their completion bonus. So yeah, that's an incredible achievement for us, our group as an entirety, to be able to come and take our scope of work, which sometimes is last on the totem pole. Roads get rebuilt, concrete gets redone, overhead street lighting gets redone, and we come in, beautify the project and finish it up with soil, sod, and all the planting items, but we're held to that completion deadline. It's a big part of why we're still here today after 15 years, is when you're able to do exactly what you say you're gonna do, and in your action plan meets the expectation. Record like that still stands today is exactly why we're still doing it, right?
Mike's just kind of like the people at Solaris, is just down to earth, really has the good intentions of the customers. It just has that kind of customer service and attention to detail that kind of fits really well with us. And we ended up doing some work at his house, so he ended up buying some of our products, and he's looking at some landscaping at my house. So it just kind of works. It was we just kind of hit it off and clicked right away. Mike's a really honest and straight up guy, right? So when you're dealing with Mike, he's got your best interest at heart. If you want to feel good about what, the purchase, if you want to feel good about the experience that you have, and you want to feel good about, when you're sitting in your backyard, you're not thinking about all the things you should have done. When you're sitting, looking out at your nice landscaping, and you're more thinking about the experience and the ride and the relationship that maybe you formed with Mike or some of his employees. That's the kind of experience I think you'll get with Cap City. It's funny. It's like music when you hear a good song, and you're with a bunch of good people and you have a good experience. The song becomes a much better song in your mind. Same thing with products that me and Mike sell, right? So if you have a good experience from the get-go, you've got good quality stuff, you've got a great design. It just makes it that much better when the job is finished and you're living in that space.
My name's Curtis Martin. I've been with Standard General for over 20 years. I'm the vice president here at SG Edmonton, and yeah, 20 years is it's a long time, but it's been a good journey for sure. It was one of my first projects I managed as a PM, and this was back to '09. A one-year tender, City of Edmonton, north side of Edmonton, and we finished that project together. A couple of wide-eyed kids with bushy tails, but it was great. It was a good project for both of us. Quality's a big part of those neighborhoods because there's residents living there while we're building. So obviously we're building walks, we're building streets, but the landscaping is the big part. And quality's been top shelf. The other part that's really important is schedule, because we have milestones we have to meet with the city, and Cap City's always been there for us. So we've teamed up on numerous projects, and then exciting news, we teamed up on a project this spring that's another 3 years. So north side of Edmonton, we've got another 3 years together between SG and Cap City, so it's pretty cool.
I'm Jerry Jin. I'm a senior relationship manager with Service Credit Union, and I've been here about the last year and a half, and been a business banker in general for the last 10 plus years. I was Mike's previous relationship manager at a different financial institution, so I first met Mike 7 years ago, and yeah, I've seen this company grow significantly over the last 7 years, and we've had many conversations, very productive conversations about him, his company, and how he was planning to grow the business. And yeah, I've seen a really positive trajectory in terms of revenue and the contracts that they've picked up that have gotten bigger and bigger, and yeah, they've done really well for themselves. You know, the thing about Mike the most is when I talk to him, he's just very sincere, and he cares about his people. Like we've had many conversations how he wants everyone to have a part of the success that Cap City will have, and he's not afraid to you know, reach out and you know, bid on projects, and because he knows he can deliver. And from a banking perspective, like we always look at management. Can management handle the projects that they're undertaking, and the financial you know, like the financial risk that taking on bigger projects entails. And then I've never had any issues with Mike. Like he's a really good manager, very good with cost control and marketing and everything. So we just never had any concerns with Mike at all. I just don't think there's any limit. Like basically the business is very well run. Like he's got a solid team around him that supports him, and he's very measured in his management approach. He doesn't just jump into things, so he plans things, and I've seen projections that he does and that he's given me that are eerily accurate to what actually happens when I see the financial statements. So even from a financial risk perspective, you know, we have a lot of comfort with Mike. And but as for, you know, where he's going, like it's all I see is positive things, positive growth on this journey, and yeah, I'm happy to be a partner with him. I'm very fortunate to know him, and in Cap City for sure.
My name is Melanie. I'm with Manderley Turf Products. I am the fulfillment manager, and I've been here for 20 years. So when we first met, it was you know, most businesses start out that way, especially in landscaping. It's into the pickup truck and the briefcase. You know, they don't really have an office to go back to, kind of thing. So it was, yeah, very just kind of small and intimate, and you know, it's kind of grown from there. So when it comes to purchasing sod, you know, it was a start off point of, you know, maybe 10,000 square feet kind of thing. And it kind of kept growing and growing, and as he got more established, it went into, you know, hundreds of thousands of square feet. And you know, now we're looking at, you know, 1 million square feet a year kind of thing. So it's really kind of grown into this monster itself. So dealing with Mike and the workers that he's had over the years has been great. He's really knowledgeable, and he's always willing to learn what he needs to know, even from our standpoint, like with growing and delivering that kind of thing. But they're just kind of like a great group of guys, you know. They ask questions, and they're very specific. They're very specific when it comes to deliveries, you know, like the pallets have to be, you know, 2 feet from the curb and perpendicular so that they can grab them and that kind of thing, you know, which is great. That's what we need, and that's what helps them. So we're more than happy to kind of go that way. I don't think there's really a limit to where he can go. You know, he kind of does everything. He does the dirt and the laying of the sod, that kind of thing, aggregate work. I think he can just, you know, grow and become huge.